the government is in day 3 of a partial shutdown, and it's likely to last at least through tomorrow, maybe even longer. The Senate passed a package which funds 5 government agencies through much of the year, except the Department of Homeland Security, which is only funded for the next 2 weeks. But not all House Republicans are on board to pass it quickly. Capitol Hill correspondent Eric Rosales joins us. Eric, it sounds like we're in for a lot of tension until this is solved.
Good evening, Veronica. Tension is an understatement. Bottom line, this isn't going to be easy to get this across the finish line. House GOP leaders face an uphill battle to pass the funding package from the Senate, potentially dragging out the shutdown. And this bill funds about 95% of the government. House Democrats say that they won't provide the votes for the funding package to reopen the government until reforms are made to ICE.
They don't get to go into people's homes without a judicial warrant. They don't get to strut down the streets and push bystanders to the ground. And they sure as heck don't get to pull out their guns and shoot people who are not posing a threat.
Judicial warrants should be required before ICE can storm homes and rip people out of their cars. Judicial warrants. The masks have to come off, and body cameras need to be turned on.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says he cannot and will not support these demands.
Tom Homan told Leader Schumer himself, I was part of the conversation in the Oval Office a few days ago, he said that's one of the demands that I'm not going to be able to implement. I have to protect my officers. And when you have people doxing them and targeting them, of course we don't want their personal identification out there on the street.
Other Republicans agree and are not backing off support for DHS.
They created the mess. We're trying to clean it up. And now they want to tell us what to do and how to do it. So with all due respect to Hakeem, we're going to move forward and defend Homeland Security.
I am not for shutting down the government. I am for us making sure that where it's appropriate, and I think we've cut that balance now. The president's behind this compromise, the Senate is behind the compromise, and we in the House need to get behind it too.
In order to pass the funding bills and the 2-week DHS continuing resolution, Republicans will need to pass it themselves, and it could get messy. Several lawmakers want to add their own legislative priorities, and it's important to note that tens of millions of Americans won't lose their food assistance during the shutdown, but government workers and military personnel are currently working without getting a paycheck. At the Capitol, Eric Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.